Today, we'll explore the benefits and techniques of organizing outgoing documents by using inFORM Decisions iForm module and its bursting separation options. Additionally, we'll show how to distribute multiple PDF documents within one email. Hi, I'm Orlando Ferrer with inFORM Decisions. Follow me as I share document management tips so you can take advantage of helpful techniques when it comes to managing the look and efficiency of your organization's documents. Why is this important? Although we have a few different options to sort spool file pages to feed to our engines and other processes, sometimes a simple inline configuration makes for an easy way to get results that are needed. Today we'll show how to separate and sort spool file pages in the merge process to produce PDF documents which will be grouped by invoice numbers for different customers. Let's show you how. We've navigated over to our IBMI. From our iDocs main menu, we'll select option 1 to work with forms and documents. From here, we'll select our actual document or application, and we'll be working with this right here called OF Burst. We'll first select it with option 1 to work with the actual application. We're going to first configure our application to send out multiple PDFs within one email by selecting option 9 for advanced options. You can find our multiple PDF options right down here in the middle, or towards the bottom, should I say. We'll select the Y for yes. This will actually invoke the option that will send out the PDFs or multiple PDFs within one email in that group. Second, we're going to set up our mapping to do sorting and bursting. And the results that we want for that today will be like this. We're going to be working with a 10-page spool file in which we want to sort it by invoice number and then secondary by customer. In our example today, we have a spool file that contains multiple invoice numbers, starting with a group that's made up of 3 pages of invoice number 2030, a second invoice that's just of a single page, which is invoice 2010, another one of 3 pages of invoice made up of invoice number 2020, and finally the last one, which is an invoice of 3 pages made up here, and that's invoice number 1122. At the same time, we're going to be bursting by customer. In our 10-page spool file group, we actually have 2 customers in which we'll be separating this into. By sorting and bursting easily with the map fields in that form application, we are going to get a result of having one email sent out for the first customer, which will contain 3 PDFs, one being for the first 3 pages, a second PDF being for the single page spool file, and a third PDF for the last invoice for that one customer. We'll also get a second email with 1 PDF, which will be grouping together the 1 invoice for our second customer. When we return back to our form application and look at the map fields, we actually have 2 map fields specifically for the customer and invoice number. Since we're going to be first sorting on the invoice number, let's look at that. We'll select 1 to edit, and we're going to be working today specifically with our sort sequence and bursting. We'll invoke the bursting by selecting Y on our bursting field, and then we'll actually select F4 to prompt our sort sequence, as we have different options available. We're going to be selecting today option 2 as the primary sort in a descending order for our invoice numbers, which we have done. We save that, and we move on to our second sorting option in bursting, which is going to be based on the customer. We'll select that with option 1. Again, we'll set that to a bursting of yes, and we'll work on our sorting sequence by selecting F4 and selecting this to be the secondary sort on a descending order, which we've done, and we'll save that as well. Additionally, as an additional benefit to this or bonus, we've actually selected or added a map field to use a specific text from the spool file to create the file name for the PDF. In this case, we're using the data from the invoice number to create our file name for the PDF using a reserved key file name from our reserved fields available. For more of that, we can stay tuned for other videos. We're actually invoke this actual merge. Instead of actually having this done through our engine, we're going to manually do this. We're going to select this form application to merge with a spool file. We'll navigate over to our spool file location and select this to merge and print. We'll select all 10 pages. We've additionally set this up to find our email address using our smart routing options. See other videos available for those techniques and how-tos. In this case, this 10-page spool file is being sorted out by the invoice number and secondary by the customer name. They're being created into different PDFs and being sent out. And that's happening right now behind the scenes. Since in our setup, we actually have invoice 1122 being first on the numerical sequence of invoice numbers, we get this email first into our test email. If we open this up, we'll notice that it contains 3 pages for invoice 1122, page 1, page 2, and page 3. From our example, this is what we actually expect to receive: 1 email with 1 PDF for this invoice. The second email that we're going to receive will be for 3 PDFs into 1 email. We'll look at that next. That's actually coming in here as well, and that's here. And as you notice, each one of these PDFs contains the invoice number, and we'll look at these in sequence here. We'll start off with invoice 2030, and as you notice, that's made up of the 3 pages as expected. Invoice 2020 is made up of 3 pages as expected, and the last one should be a 1-page spool file as expected. This actually gives us the results that we expected from our bursting and sorting sequence. So today we've answered the question, what's an easy way to organize my outgoing documents? For example, organizing outgoing invoices by customers for multiple page spool file pages. So to watch this video, go to our resource and videos options in our informeddecisions.com page. Thank you for your time. If you wish to find out more information, visit us again at informeddecisions.com, and you can also contact me at 949-709-5838. Thank you for your time, and watch more videos.